Hi everyone. We have the 10th lesson for AP and GP. The question we have for today is, of course, it's a GP because the question asks us to find the GP, whose second term is 6 and fourth term is 54. Find the GP, whose second term is 6 and fourth term 54. So we are given the second term to be 6 and the fourth term to be 54. Some students can solve to some extent, especially when it appears in algebraic form. But the thing is, to know exactly what they want is the problem. If you have this one, two, like let's say 6, 8, 10. This one is a sequence. So if this one is a sequence, now 6 minus 2 is 4. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 6 is 2, 10 minus 8 is 2. So the common difference, we have a common difference. So this one is an AP. So if the question says find the AP, it means you need first term, second term, third term, and so on. But you need at least 3 terms. You cannot find an AP or a GP with just 2 terms because there is no consistency. We need something to prove that there is a common ratio or a common difference. Now let's say 2 times 3, 6 times 2, 12 times 3, 36. So this one is a GP. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 times 3, oh, I wanted to say 18 times 3, 54. Okay. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 18 divided by 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 54 divided by 18 is 3. Okay. Now the thing is, this one is a GP. So if the question says find the GP, it means you need at least the first, second, third term. If you think you have more energy, you can find more terms, but minimum of 3 terms. So we need to find the GP. So meaning we need first term, second term, third term, blah blah, and so on. Okay. But we are told that the second term is 6 and the fourth term is 54. But generally, for GP, the nth term is AR to the n minus 1. So if we need second term, what is second term? So 2 is going to replace n. 2 minus 1 is 1. So AR to the power 1. This is the second term. So how about the fourth term? The fourth term means 4 is going to replace n. 4 minus 1 is 3. So AR to the power 3. And this second term is given as 6. So AR to the power 1, which I don't want to write again, equal to 6. Yes, so this is AR to the power 3 as the fourth term is 54. I hope it is clear. Generally, the nth term is AR to the power n minus 1. The nth term, the general term is what we mean by nth term. The general term for a GP is AR to the power n minus 1. So if we want to find the second term, so 2 is replacing n. So if 2 replaces n, 2 minus 1 is 1. So AR to the power 1. If we need a fourth term, 4 is replacing n. So AR to the power 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So AR to the power 3. So what if you want to know about the 16th term for a GP? For a GP, so it's AR to the power 15. I hope it is clear. So now AR is 6, AR cube is this one. But this and this, which one has a higher power of R? This one has a higher power of R. So if this one has a higher power of R, these ones take the numerator. So if this one take the numerator, what do we say? We say AR cube divided by AR equal to 54 divided by 6. I go again. Which one do you locate at the top as the numerator? It doesn't mean if you do otherwise it is wrong. But for conveniency, AR, AR cube. The one with higher power of R is the one, is that equation in position at the top. AR cube, R cube, R1. So AR cube over AR, 54 over 6. So this takes away this. This R will take away 1 R. There will remain R squared. There are 3 R's. So if this R takes away 1, there will remain R squared. 6 into 54 is 9. I hope it is clear. So now we can say R, we ignore the square. If we ignore the square, we take square root of 9, which is 3. I hope it is clear. But I want you to understand that the common ratio could also be negative. Yes, it can also be negative. So it means we think of plus or minus. Plus or minus. Okay, but let's just have one because the opposite is just the same. The most important thing, we need what? We need a GP. Okay, so R is 3. But we also need A. We have A here, we have A here. If you want, you can find A here. If you want, you can find A here. But finding A here is a bit more troublesome than this one because this one is easier because R is power 1. So normally we call this equation 1, we call this equation 2. So that if you want to refer any of them, you can just say from equation 1. And equation 1 says AR equal to 6. Yes, but R is already what? 3. So AR is 3, which is 6. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So when you divide, what do you have? You have 2. I hope it is clear. R is 3, A is 2. But is the question asking us to find common ratio and first term? No. The question wants us to find the GP. So the GP is now comprises T1, T2, T3, and so on. If you want, you can find up to 5 terms, but the minimum is 3. What is first term? First term is A. Second term, AR. Just look at it. Second term is AR. How about third term? AR power 2, and so on. How do we achieve this? Is it by magic? No. We need first term. First term means 1. N is 1. So if N is 1, 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So it will be AR to the power 0. Well, what is R to the power 0 is 1. 1 times A is A. That is why in AP, we use A as first term. GP, we use A as first term. So how do we get this AR? Of course, you can see it here. Why AR squared for the third term? Because you said third term. So third terms, N is what? N is 3. So if N is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. So AR power 2. Okay. So now we have this. What is A? A is 2, comma. What is A? A is 2. What is R? R is 3. We go again. What is A? A is 2. What is R? R is 3 or square. A is 2 here. A is 2. R is 3. So we do substitution here. Substitution. So this is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 squared is 9. So 2, 6, 18. So this is our GP. So thank you for watching. Do not forget to follow, like, share, and comment. See you in my next video.